Alice deliberately crashed and died on her husband Benjamin's coffin just to bring Benjamin back to life. And the reason she did this was because Benjamin told Alice before he died that the one he loved was Jessica. To completely free herself from Benjamin, she begged the sorcerer to send her back in time so she could change her and Benjamin's fate. When Alice opened her eyes again, she actually returned to the day she married Benjamin. The sorcerer told Alice that she only had 3 days, so when she went to get the marriage certificate, she directly changed her name to Jessica. After they came out of the Civil Affairs Bureau, Benjamin invited Alice to watch the meteor shower together that night. Alice recalled that in her previous life, Benjamin had saved her 3 times. She wanted to say a proper goodbye to Benjamin tonight. Just as they were about to leave, Jessica called Benjamin and told him she was hurt. Benjamin felt deeply distressed and immediately told Alice to go home by herself because he needed to go see Jessica. Seeing that Alice didn't react, Benjamin asked her why she didn't seem to mind him going to see Jessica. What Benjamin didn't know was that the reason Alice had stopped him before was because she had seen Jessica with another man. When Alice returned home, she told her in-laws that she hadn't actually married Benjamin and that she would be studying abroad in 3 days. To stand up for Alice, her mother-in-law angrily scolded Jessica. After hearing this, Benjamin naturally assumed that Alice must have tattled to his mother. Jessica immediately showed a sinister smile, but just then, a car hit her and sent her flying after Benjamin took Jessica to the hospital. The doctor told him that Jessica urgently needed a blood transfusion. Benjamin immediately walked up to Alice and accused her of causing this by complaining to his mother, saying that's why Jessica got into the accident. Then he forced her to donate blood to Jessica. The nurse told Benjamin that the donor had to give blood voluntarily. Alice thought to herself, I'll just take this as repaying Benjamin's kindness. Then she told the nurse that she was donating willingly. When Alice woke up again, she realized she had only half an hour left. Benjamin came in and told her thanks to her blood donation, Jessica had been saved. In response, Alice only said one thing, that she knew Benjamin worried that Alice would regret not seeing the meteor shower, so he suggested taking her on a trip in 7 days. But Alice said there was no need and told Benjamin not to feel guilty. Benjamin then said nothing more and got up to pour her some water. Alice looked at his trembling hands and remembered that he had those tremors because of the injuries he sustained saving her. So she asked Benjamin for becoming like this just to save her. Did he regret it? Benjamin said he didn't regret it, that even if it hadn't been Alice, he still would have saved the person. Only then did Alice realize that Benjamin was a kind man, but he simply didn't love her. Then Benjamin's assistant told him that Jessica wanted to see him, and Benjamin rushed over right away. When Benjamin came back again, Alice was already gone. The assistant sadly told him that Alice had died in a car accident. Benjamin couldn't believe it. When he arrived at the morgue and lifted the white sheet with trembling hands, he was shocked to find that it wasn't Alice. The nurse then told him that it was just someone with the same name and said that Alice was on the rooftop. It turned out that Alice wanted to return to the future by jumping, but Benjamin thought that Alice was just trying to get his attention. Alice knew that saying anything more was useless, so she jumped without hesitation, but Benjamin grabbed her tightly. Just then, Jessica also arrived. Although she hated Alice, since Benjamin was there, she had no choice but to help Benjamin pull Alice up. But the prayer beads that allowed Alice to travel through time were broken by them, and she could never return to the future again. Holding the beads, sadly, Alice suddenly thought the sorcerer must know how to fix them. So she ignored Benjamin's scolding and ran straight to the temple. The sorcerer had already foreseen that Alice would come to him. He told Alice that as long as she collected 3 tears, she could repair the prayer beads. Meanwhile, Benjamin was taking care of Jessica at the hospital. Jessica pretended to hide a note, and Benjamin quickly snatched it from her. On the note, it said, "Jessica, leave." Benjamin immediately, "or you will get into a car accident." Benjamin immediately assumed that Alice had caused the accident, so he angrily dragged Alice into the ward and demanded to know why she was so cruel. When Alice saw the note, she told Benjamin that Jessica must have forged her handwriting, but Benjamin didn't believe her at all. He was convinced that everything was done by Alice and ordered her to apologize to Jessica. Alice tearfully apologized to Jessica, and her tears fell onto the prayer their beads. The next day, Alice wanted to buy some gifts to visit her family, but when she was about to pay, the clerk told Alice that there wasn't a single cent in her bank card. Just then, Benjamin came pushing Jessica in a wheelchair. Jessica even thanked Benjamin for funding her new studio. Alice questioned Benjamin why he had given her money to Jessica. Benjamin replied indifferently that since Alice had hurt Jessica this badly, shouldn't she offer some compensation? Alice suddenly noticed that Jessica was wearing the necklace her mother had left her.